It is hard to believe, but this year the Brady Bunch celebrates 40 years on television. To this day, Mike, Carol, and the kids are easily one of the most recognizable and beloved TV families. But what some viewers may not know is that for a brief period in 1976, the Bradys got together to do a variety show, a program that has been called one of the worst of all time. Susan Olsen, who played Cindy Brady, has co-written a tell-all book about the experience called Love to Love You, Bradys, the bizarre story of the Brady Bunch Variety Hour. Susan, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Among those who call this one of the worst shows is you. First line of the introduction by Susan Olsen. How does television's favorite family end up in history's worst show? You say it was embarrassment. You told your friends not to even watch this thing. So why write about it?
Well, you know, there have been other Brady ventures that haven't been all that great too, but this one is just so spectacularly bad. It's bad with such flair and so much glitter and so much glitz that it's actually fun and it's funny. And
well, you also said one of the reasons you wrote the books was so that history would never repeat itself, that people would see this and never try to duplicate this.
We must remember. Actually, Ted Nicholson, who is the main author of the book, he had put together a website devoted to the Brady Bunch Variety Hour, and I met him and I went to the website and it was amazing because I had kind of blocked out a lot of the memories of the show, and he wanted me to write something on the website, and I did sort of liken the show to the Holocaust, and he wanted me to do a little bit more of that in this book, and then we got to talking, and
well, let's talk about how this show evolved, because the Brady Bunch had gone off the air in '74. This came around in '76, brainchild of Sid and Marty Krofft. People may know them as famous puppeteers. H.R. Pufnstuf was their creation.
Yes.
They were also involved in the Donnie Marie Variety Hour. You guest hosted on that show along with several other cast members from the Brady Bunch. They convinced you guys, though, to create this variety hour, and nobody was really that keen on it at first. So how did they do it?
That's the other amazing thing about this show, is that it all came from us appearing on the Donnie and Marie show, and the ratings went through the roof, and so they said, well, let's give them their own variety show. And it was such a crazy idea.
Because you were playing your characters, too. It was,
it was like, you know, the actual Brady family moved from their home to the beach, and now they have a variety show, which made no sense at all. And that's part of the beauty of the show, is the whole thing makes no sense.
So why did you agree to do it?
You know, I think that half of the reason why all of us agreed to do it was because we had been out of production for a couple of years and we missed each other. I mean, we're that goofy, crazy, in love with each other.
And probably naive to what the work entailed. Eve Plum, though, did not. She did not get involved in this show. There was some issue there, and she was replaced.
She was, and we got our very own fake Jan, who was played by Jerry Rochelle.
Was that hard for you, because you were very close to Eve?
Very close. I knew that I was going to miss her a lot. You know, she had other things to do. She had done Dawn, Portrait of a Teenage Runaway. So she had contractual obligations, and I never really thought of Jerry as replacing Eve. You know, she was a whole new character. She's fake Jan.
Fake Jan, but fake Jan and Florence Henderson, they were the two who really had the talent to do this kind of a show. They really knew, and Barry Williams, but they knew how to sing and to dance. The rest of you you'd done a little bit of it, but this was really like fish out of water for you guys.
Very fish out of water. That's why the whole thing is so crazy. I mean, you have people up on stage singing and dancing, and we can't.
There's a novel idea for a variety show.
Yeah.
Plus you had, and this was sort of typical of the variety shows back then, the sets were kind of wild. I think Donnie Marie had a skating rink. You guys had a huge pool.
We had a swimming pool instead of a skating rink, yeah. We had, our dancers had to do double duty. So they danced and then they also swam. It was a big, spectacular thing.
So you must have had a lot of respect for them then, what they did, yeah.
You know, in the book I say that they're kind of the unsung heroes. They worked so hard and really under not such great conditions.
You know, you talk about in the book a lot of the mistakes that were kept in the show. That things would go wrong in rehearsals or whatever, and you would just keep them.
It was like an Ed Wood production. You know, you just like cut, print. You know, we don't have time to do that again. We don't have the budget for that.
And yeah, there's one where you're flipping the, you know
there
what.
There goes Barry.
Oh, yeah,
Down
right.
he goes,
If somebody fell or whatever, it was kept in the show. Also behind the scenes, some difficult things were going on.
Yeah.
Maureen McCormick, she's been open about her abuse of drugs. That was happening while this show was in production.
That was our first indication that there was anything going on with Maureen. And believe me, I would never have said anything about it had she not already come out with it in her own book.
And also, Robert Reed, he had not revealed that he was gay. That was something that was also kept quiet, although he was dressing up as Carmen Miranda on the show. And
yeah. And I don't know if he got sort of a thrill out of wearing dresses on the show, but you know, what's sad about that is we all knew, but I don't think he ever knew that we knew. Yeah, but he had a blast. Look, there he is in a bunny suit. Now this is a guy that refused to do a pie throwing scene on the Brady Bunch because it was too undignified. And there he is in the bunny suit.
You know, it's funny because you talk about what an embarrassment this show was, and a lot of people don't remember it, but it also has been parodied many times since it went off the air. There were only, I guess, 9 episodes altogether of this.
Yeah, just 9
So what
episodes.
do you think it is about this variety show that has lent itself to that?
Well, I mean, in this way, it actually redeems itself sort of as art, because it's bad enough to parody, and you know, it's such an example of maybe the worst elements of the 70s. You know, take all the glitter and the bad music, and then put all this stuff on America's Favorite Family. It's just it's a time capsule of mistakes that shouldn't happen again.
You also say, just to be fair, that there was a lot of hard work that went into it, and you want to make sure that that
yes.
is noticed by people.
Very good people did very good work. The whole thing didn't turn out so good, but very good people were involved.
All right, and I know you stay close to the cast, which is something very special. As you said, we still love each other a lot.
We do.
It's great to see you again. I want to call you Cindy so badly, but I won't. Susan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The book is called Love to Love You, Bradys. Susan Olsen as well. Thank you. Still ahead, a real caffeine buzzkill. We're going to show you the unbelievable amount of calories in some of your favorite coffee drinks. But first, these messages.